It's Week 12 of the National Football League. And all eyes are on the Jaguars' sure-handed wide receiver. No shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Jags and the Texans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, the final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Starting the drive with Algier. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And there goes Sterling Shepard. Touchdown, Houston. Sterling Shepard. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Well, these 2 teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. He's got a man complete, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Again, it's Carson with another catch. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with one of their own. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll field this at the 5. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. First down, Mills. He finds his man, complete. That's Carson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Carson. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mills. And his throw here's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They go play action here on 1st down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Touchdown, Houston. Sterling Shepard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now out comes Houston. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
It's a room to maneuver. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. We are in for a good one as we're through one. Texans football to start quarter 2. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Algier, 37 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you.
He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great carry with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Book was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 119 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Play action. Andrews. That one caught downfield. It's Hooper. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Hooper. 39 yards. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40, the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown! It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board. That return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw is Andrews.
On 3rd and 2. Quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11 Landry.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a give to Algier on the option.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 3rd down, Drummond. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. Drummond. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look at that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there. Tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Andrews now to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They lead things here as they start 1st and 10, trying to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from the loss last week to the Atlanta Falcons. He finds his man, complete. That's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. And they're going to hurry back to the line now to try again after the sack. Mills. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down throw for Mills. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. 3rd and long for Mills. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. 4th down, Mills. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Texans will burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd, here's Algier. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. On 3rd down, Andrews. He's going to look deep now for Landry. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the 2nd half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and it certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the 2nd half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the 2nd half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
He finds his man complete. That's Carson. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! From 13 yards out.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge at opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Here's Andrews on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Nick Bonito in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Looking to throw. Andrews.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Now Andrews throwing on third and long.
And that went off the mark. A little late with the throw.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Here comes Davis Mills in the offense, ready for another drive.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Mills on first down.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Again, it's Mills.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 8 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Houston set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Andrews looking to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Andrews. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Personal foul. Unnecessary running.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's thrown underneath to Algier. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Looking to throw. Andrews. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Nick Bonito able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Algier going straight ahead. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Andrews. This is Shepard on the catch. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Looking to throw his Mills toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Mills. Touchdown, Jaguars! From 30 yards out. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with the score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is
got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Jags are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that's complete to Shepard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. To throw is Andrews on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to throw again. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bonito. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Andrews now to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, they got him again. Nick Bonito. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Mills now from the 50. He finds his man complete. That's Carson. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Gives Algier from the shotgun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll run for it with Algier. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it up. And it's a fumble, but it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
Previous play is under review.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. That one looks like he'll throw here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, Mills. Again, it's Carson with another catch. 1st down, Mills. He finds his man, complete. That's Carson. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Mills again. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on moments where the game plan actually work. But overall, though,
I told my boys it ain't no limit.